Hey YouTubers, California Gunner here with another gun review, and just a reminder, unlike Hickok 45, Iraq Veteran 8888, Yankee Marshall, and Scooch 00, I have to buy my guns to get these things reviewed. But luckily, from what I've seen on YouTube, this review, there's not a review like this one. So hopefully this comes in handy for a lot of you people looking for an inexpensive shotgun in the semi-automatic variety. What I have is the ATI TAC SX2. Yeah, I don't know why they did that. 12 gauge shotgun. It's made in Turkey. Now I know that Turkey's leaders support the ISIS and Islamic factions or religion, but still, man, you gotta buy what you can afford. And you know, shotguns around this area in west of America here, their ranges, they start at 5 and go to 1,500 in almost a heartbeat. So nobody carries anything like this except for Big 5, which this happened to be at Big 5 Sporting Goods, which I did a little research between Big 5 Sporting Goods, a local shop that had a lot of used firearms, and one had a Beretta clone. Don't remember the name because reviews I saw on it weren't very good. And then what is it? Sportsman's Warehouse had a $400 version, which actually looked really good. It was also made in Turkey. Wood stock, nice bluing, everything else like that was pretty cool. But this gun here kind of won my heart because what I'm looking for in a shotgun is a magazine tube extension. And what I saw online is there is a magazine tube extension out there that you can get for this, and the same company makes a 3, 5, 7, 9, 12, 116 round magazine tube extension. Just knock the person out on the other side of the freeway and you can shoot them. Anyway, good and bads of the entire thing. I have taken it out shooting. Good and bads behind everything is I got it at Big 5 Sporting Goods. It was a combo with a 20-inch or it's an 18-inch barrel, what you see on here now, right? It holds 5 rounds in the magazine, so 6 total. Semi-automatic function, takes 2 3/4 and 3-inch shells. It comes with a 28-inch barrel and 3 chokes. I don't really play with chokes all that much, but with a 28-inch barrel, I can swap it out fairly easily with this design to use it in my steel plate shooting competitions that are going on. So, because I've seen somebody with an 18-inch barrel try to hit a steel target with shotgun rounds with number 7 shot, don't even bother. Okay, so a couple of features here that I kind of liked about it. It's really lightweight. It's really nice. It's good steel, good bluing, kind of a black matte finish on there. I'm not one for like super fancy finishes because I beat the crap out of everything, and if it shoots and functions just fine, I'm set. From that, again, 5-round magazine, 2 barrels that are easily interchangeable, and they're actually even easier interchangeable unless you do what I do to it or have done to it. The stock, however, can you see that right there? See my melon through that recoil pad? Well, that's a problem. Okay, because when you put this thing up to your shoulder and you go to shoot, it's like holding the shotgun a 1/4 inch away from your shoulder, then firing a 3-inch Magnum round and just let it slam into your shoulder. Hurts like a mofo. My Winchester Model 97s hit hard, almost as hard as this, which is really weird because I expect this thing to take up, because I only shoot 2 3/4 inch rounds. I expect a recoil system and this recoil pad to really kind of absorb that, and you're getting thumped pretty hard. What the hell? Okay, anyway, we can deal with that. So that's like the first small issue right there. The see-through, recoil pad. It's like they took a solid and just stabbed a hot knife through it and just, hey, look, it's a recoil pad. The second thing is if you take this off, it unscrews here and lifts off and out. There's a cutout, rump. There we go, right there. See that? Well, there's no recoil pad on the market that's going to fit here again, and you just can't stick another one on here without that giant V-cut in there, causing all kinds of problems. Second off, or let's see, another one off is this whole thing for the lightweight. This thing's hollow. So not, kind of glad, but I guess, but not really impressed. I know polymer's great stuff. It's lightweight and strong, but to a point. Come on, guys. And it's not like it's a 1/4 inch thick either, where you can get some really good stability out of it. A little extra weight, but it's like an 1/8 inch thick, where if you drop this, it could just very well crack it. The receiver, however, looks really oddly familiar, like a, I don't know, I'm kind of guessing maybe the Remington 870 or something, so maybe we can take this off and put a different stock on here, thereby increasing the price of the gun. So right now, at Big 5, this thing was a combo set, 12 gauge, for $350. I've heard this gun go for $199 out in America, not here in West of America. So, aside from the overall aesthetics, appeals, functionality, when it shoots great. You know, I have no problems. I do a lot of reloading, and I do a lot of slugs and buck, and you know, I usually use factory loads when I'm shooting 7-shot for steel gun, or you know, 3-gun competitions, 2-gun competitions. So from there, you get what you pay for. And when I say that is, we're now going to slide from, hey, this is kind of bad here, but what I'm going to do with this right here, because if you take this and you push this in with your finger, you really can just collapse all that. So how much recoil is that really absorbing? So, blink, yay, slip on, this is a limb saver, slip on, small to medium, because it's 5 5/8 inches here, and 1 1/4 here. I don't exactly remember, but this fell within it. And this is a limb saver, like so. And slip-on recoil pad, small, medium, 1/2 inch thick, and it's the yellow. Oops, sorry. It's the yellow spot right there. Can you guys see that? There we go. I hope you can see that. Maybe not. See if the autofocus works. But that was 30 bucks. So $400 out the door, $430 now. Wait till I put that one on there. That's 60 bucks. So we're going up to $500. Wow. So $500 for the kind of shotgun that I really want. You know, again, luckily this thing just kind of there you go. It only adds about a 1/2 inch worth of distance on the shoulder, but I'd like to fire it here now, because now I'm using their recoil system with this recoil system on here, and hopefully it's not going to do anything crazy or screwy like this, which it can kind of maybe easily do, but hey, it's a slip-on. What do you want? Alright, let's move up. Okay? Before I went to the range, we're going to talk about the receiver area here, right? Before I went to the range, I have these test rounds that I made, like so. And the reason why this one's separate is this one feeds inside here. The first thing is that let's load the shotgun. First off, you want to check to see if the shotgun's, well, not first off, but for me, let's check to see before we load anything if there's a round in it, right? Okay, locks back. There you go. Dry fire, nothing there. Okay, let's load the shotgun. Wait, shouldn't we be able to load the shotgun without a round being in the chamber or the hammer being cocked? That's kind of odd. So you have to depress the bolt stop, or the bolt release right here. You have to depress that. Push it in, slide the round in, just like so. Okay? Ready? Really? Drop it. The reason why it's doing that is because the hammer has to be back for it to load, get prepped to load the round in the chamber. So, nothing there. Boom, it recoils. And it's shot out of the gun. That's amazing. That is so bad. Okay, let's try this one more time. Alright, I got it up in there really good this time. Right? Drop. Nothing. Okay, this is looking terrible. We're going to try something different this time. We're going to do it the way they want us to. Pull it back, drop the bolt, and now it's ready to load, just like so. Right? Okay. Pull the trigger. Did you hear that? Round drops into the chamber, loads up. See if you can see that. Maybe not. Loads in that time. Pull the trigger again. Nothing. Ejects out. Okay. That's like one of the first things, is you cannot load this gun without the hammer being cocked. I don't understand why that is. Once the hammer's cocked, you can't load the gun. Let me show you that, right? Once the hammer's cocked, okay. Alright. Maybe that's a standard feature on other semi-autos. This is my first semi-auto I've ever owned. So, but on this side of the trigger, there is this lever right here. Push that back, and you'll hear it. Now, there you go. Fires. That's really weird. I don't know. For some reason, I find that to be extremely weird. Because I see these guys on the 3-gun competitions all the time, loading their guns. 300 rounds. There you go. Okay? So, that's one of the issues, is to load the gun, pull back, you can drop a round in, load it, now the gun's ready to fire, put the safe on. Now you can load it with however many rounds you want, 5, 8, what have you. I'm going to go for 8, right? Fire the round, or put it on safety. There we go. Fire. Fire. Just like so. Okay? That's how that works. If it's supposed to work that way, you guys can just let me know, or I'll do some video checking and see what's going on from there. The other thing too is, if you want to release a round that's in the magazine, you have to push back on this, which drops the feed ramp or lifter down and accepts the next round for ready to use. There, see? But once it's empty, it's not going to lock back until you push this button again or pull the trigger. See? Alright, so there's a lot of things you got to kind of get used to on that one. The next thing is you see that I have 2 shotgun shells here. One I'm pretty sure feeds just fine, which I'm going to check out. Oh! Sorry. That's that bolt release. Right? Load it. Oh, that's right. Back. Alright. This round works good in this gun. Loads in nicely, cycles through the magazine tube, everything. This guy, however, now these shells are from the same lot. So you're going to push this thing in here, and it stops. It stops right at the magazine tube opening in the receiver of the receiver. See what I'm saying? There's a hole in the receiver that the magazine tube lip goes into, and it jams into that. Now if you take the magazine tube out of here and just drop all of these rounds, there's 2 others that will not work. Going through this receiver port here, I'm going to say receiver port, that's not the magazine port, it will not go through. So that diameter needs to be reamed out enough to accept the rim of every cartridge. And this happens not only on these practice loads, these test loads, but factory loads and other reloads that I have. So there's some that work, some that don't. Big flaw. That's a really big flaw. Okay? So that needs to be fixed. So that means you need to take the gun apart. Also, to to change the magazine or to change the barrel. Sorry, to change the barrel, what you need to do, and this is from the receiver. We're leaving that going up the magazine tube in the recoil system and changing out the barrel.